So when four 40-something mature adults go out on a pub crawl with their alcoholic, drug-addicted friend, how bad could things really get? This is the world's end.
The World's End is a movie from the mind of Edgar Wright, and I'm
So
just going to start
Simon
off.
Pegg.
Well, Simon Pegg also
Co-wrote
helped to write the screenplay. I'm just going to start off and say that it's hilarious. It's about these five friends who decide to run the Golden Mile, which is 12 pubs in their hometown. And not everything is quite as it seems.
Yeah, things are pretty strange, and they they feel like they're legends at the town, but nobody really remembers them when they return. And it has a very weird feel when they're there. And also, they're just the camaraderie between the
Right,
characters is pretty interesting to watch develop because
right,
they haven't seen each other in
right. And how they
many
respond
years.
to each
And
other.
Simon Pegg's character Gary King is he's really at the center of it all and
Yeah.
frustrates
He
all of his
he
friends,
makes everyone mad.
especially Nick Frost's character.
Yeah, Andy has some problems with Gary in the past. And this just every character in this movie is great because I can remember them all and all their interactions with each other are just great.
Yeah, I think my favorite outside of Simon Pegg, who was just hilarious, was Eddie Marson. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Sounds right.
at once they really started getting into the crawl, every time he was on screen, I just cracked up because his facial expressions, just his character was really
He
funny.
really played the part very well. And
Martin Freeman and Patty Considine.
whatever his name, they did well. I
Everyone
like
was
Martin
fine.
Freeman. He's a nice guy. Um, yeah. So everyone, the cast was great. They were all very entertaining. There were some hilarious lines in this movie, but also hilarious action as well.
Yeah, the action in this was so funny. It really kind of jumped into a sci-fi mystery thing almost out of nowhere. If you hadn't
And
seen any of the trailers,
right,
it'd
and
be pretty
that I mean that
surprising.
all that did was made it funnier because
It was so
it was
outrageous
played
and
so
over the
outrageously.
top. Oh,
Like, should we disclose the one scene with the legs?
no,
No,
no spoilers.
no spoilers.
It's
Okay.
best to just see it for yourself. But
Well, we're getting ahead of
it's
ourselves.
true. Uh, so Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, I just gonna call them by their real names. Uh, they were best friends back in high school, along with the three other main characters, but they were really the two closest ones. And something happened between the two of them. They had a falling out, and I don't think they had seen each other since until Simon Pegg approaches him with the idea of the pub crawl. And it was an interesting underlying plot device.
Right. I mean, at the yeah, there's a ton of stuff going on in this movie, but at its core, it's about these friends, these reunited friends, and how they have to deal with each other. And the whole experience is ends up being good for them in the end, I think.
Yeah, another thing that I really liked about this movie is the direction, just the way the they quickly flashed.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
editing was very fast paced,
This
and
movie. Yeah.
it's something that's you see in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz.
Mm. Yeah, this movie has style, and it is memorable for that. I love transitions where like the bulldozer goes in front of a screen, and then it's the next scene where someone walks in front of it. It's just so smooth, and it looks really cool, and it also is really cool.
Yeah, I don't really know much else to say about this movie other than I thought it was really hilarious and
But a hilarious movie can be hilarious, but not worth the watch.
I
So
suppose I suppose that could
let's
be possible.
let's not jump ahead and ask, is it worth the watch? My answer would be absolutely. This movie's hilarious. It is one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. Also, like another movie that's titled similarly, that's a buddy comedy about kind of the apocalypse that you should also go see.
Good year for those movies.
It's a good year for apocalyptic buddy comedies. They're pretty successful genre, like a 100% success rate. Anyways, I would have to give this movie an 8.4 out of 10. It was hilarious and clever and just cool and really fun to watch. I think maybe it dragged a little at the end,
I would agree with that.
but other than that, it was pretty great.
That's lower than I thought you would give it, but yeah, I think this is the end, and those two movies are going to get a lot of comparisons just because they came out in the same year and have similar stories. I think this is the end might have been a little funnier, but as an overall movie, this was much better.
Right.
So I'm gonna say definitely this is worth the watch. Go see it,
Mm.
especially if you liked Hot Fuzz and or Shaun of the Dead. Then I don't see any reason why you wouldn't enjoy this. I'm gonna give it an 8.8 out of 10. Right around where I have Hot Fuzz, or
Wow.
this is the end. But that's that's all I have to say.
That's all I have to. This is our. I think this is our first must see unanimous.
Yeah, definitely check this out as soon as
This
possible.
is a great movie. Thanks for watching.